Hello and welcome to the episode 22 of the Ace Attorney Chronicles playthrough of mine, and we're at the trial for the episode 3. There's only gonna be I guess we're like the halfway mark of the how do you call this? Halfway mark of the second game, you know? And yeah, okay. Mr. Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. What happened last time? Kind of forgot. It was let me remember. We proved that his shit was fake. Okay, basically like this guy we're defending, he made a machine, and his machine, like for teleportation, they called making fun of the narrator in the chapter 2, the Spectre. Okay, I'm looking in now, okay. Enjoy locking in. Is like, he made a machine, and he, like, for teleportation, but then the guy who went into his machine, like, died, allegedly, you know, like, from the thing, but he actually died, where the point of, like, teleportation was. And basically, yeah, it's complicated, but I'm personally thinking that his invention is fake, and he put like a wax like model of the actual dude that he was gonna teleport, and the guy, like, it's not his fault, but the real guy was already there waiting to act like he actually teleported, but he got killed because he had a lot of enemies, and that's basically it. And he doesn't want us to tell everyone that his shit was wrong, because otherwise he doesn't get money from the government, because if his invention is like approved like by the government so like he can continue working on it, he gets a lot of money. And yeah, he doesn't want us to actually like prove his shit is wrong, like he's fake, but at the same time, if we don't, we can prove his innocence, that he didn't kill the other guy, and that's where we're at. And I think we just basically proved that his shit was fake. Okay, let's go. So Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Professor? But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please. Sorry? What's all this about, Mr. Hairbrain? I, Albert Hairbrain, hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Audie Osman. Yes, it was me, with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver. Okay, now he's literally just went to the point of lying. What are you doing? He went to the point of lying just for like to prove that. Oh my god. He's at least he's a scammer to the bitter end, you know. Like, okay, fair. Okay, I'll give it to him. He wants that bag so hard he's willing to put his life on the line. Order. Defendant, explain the sudden confession. Professor Hairbrain, what are you talking about? It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick, and whole elaborate prank. Where's your proof? No, you'd have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would be all over. Why would it be all over then? Like, probably because it's fake. Yeah. My beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it. It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. If you let me, I can prove... Barak! Yes. Yeah. His objection is so soft. Yes. I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it. So please, ensure the special dispensation for the Scientific Equipment Act is adhered to and protect my creation. Okay. He's gonna, please say no. Please, Zeke, please, like, okay. He's gonna let the silence simmer. Okay. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture. Here's to my learned Nipponese friend. What? In his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in the light of the accused confession. Wait, what does that mean? Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, a special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth. Okay, he collaborates. Okay, he knows. Because from the get-go, he's like saying Van Ziek's... I feel like he's like trying to work with us on like saying like his like stance was like, okay, the machine was a success, like the teleportation was a success, and he also killed him, like that's why, and it worked. But then he wanted to keep all the money for himself from the grant, so he killed him, you know, while the teleportation was happening or some shit like that. But I think he did that on purpose so that we can like work towards the truth by me proving that his machine was a sham. And yeah, like he's playing the long game, and I like that. Thank you, Zeeks. Big brain. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved. Okay. Well, Counsel, what is the defense official position on this matter? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? But Professor Hairbrain, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. There's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence, or do I uphold my client's request but see him condemned? He's gonna die, bro. I'm not either way. I can avoid betraying his trust. Yeah. You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend? Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused policeman? Bro, you don't have to do that, bro. You don't need to say that, man. Come on. Okay. Isn't that Naruto? Is this escape? Yeah, I have to make a choice. It's an impossible one. I have to give up on something. But what? The defense asserted the defendant's instantaneous kinesis machine was in fact... I'm gonna save here. Oh, I wonder if this is like actually different choice and like we can like... No, probably not. It's just gonna be like a game over stream. Yeah, well, let's just say the truth. A conjuring trick. Wait, let me check something. Okay. Ah! No, I can't say it. My client placed his faith on me. I can't just let him down. What must I give up on? It's not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect? What? Wait, is that like Tulpa or is that actually her? Hello again, Mr. Naruto. It's been far too long. Wait. Susato-san! But what are you... Hiya! What? Oh shit, no! I unplugged this... No! Oh no, I unplugged the fucking cable which freezes the game. Oh no. Okay, let me replay it. Bro, on this critical moment, literally inverted. For fuck's sake, bro. Ah! Okay. Fine, okay. We just saved, so that's good. Okay. Let me just restart the game. For fuck's sake. Wait, let me... Alt F4. Wait, is the game like that dead? Yeah, please, close the game. Stop the game. Yes. I hate this bug. Of like, if I lift my arm, like, while the cable is under me, it just unplugs this shit and it just crashes everything. Ugh. But that was like, she's supposed to be in Japan. What the fuck is she doing here? And this was supposed to be like, oh, it's only us, you know, like we're on our own, you know, we do this shit on our own this time around. No more help. We're standing on business, you know, like, you know, we're gonna prove we're a real, like a real guy, you know, a real attorney on our own. But I mean, fine. No matter what, like it's Susato's back, regardless. That's good anyhow. So yeah, a conjuring trick. Let me drink some. Oh my god, I was so scared. I almost did it again. Like it almost. Why am I? Okay. I'm so fucking clumsy. Ah. My client just places faith on me. I can't let him down. Yeah. Yeah. I thought this was gonna be like a Kazuma apparition, you know, like oh yeah, like I remember he told me this one time, but it's actually Susato. Like, and it's actually her in real life. Like, isn't far too long. Yeah, it's been like more than 6 months. Susato-san. But what are you? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm not gonna unplug my shit now. Ah! My first is set to take down in 6 months.
There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruto. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand.
Okay, which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what can I protect? Yeah, his life. We need to protect his life, bro. We're his lawyer, not his fucking, like, corrupt politician. Professor Hairbrain.
Yes?
Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Yeah, well, my job is to pursue the truth too. And we're not doing that by scamming people, bro.
Yes, of course.
And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is that we must both pursue now. Ooh, I think I misread that. The truth that behind that we... Yeah, okay. Okay. There we go. So, finally open your eyes. What? And as for you, Albert, you can ignore this any longer. Ha! Okay. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say?
Barak!
Obama? Lord Van Zeeks.
Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before.
Really? He talks like this all the time.
In truth, there is one thing, something I've remembered that's of relevance.
What?
The day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow.
Ooh! I beg your pardon? Okay, so the let me hypothesis right now on the spot. Whoever the person was on the stage was the guy who basically shot the flaming arrow with the crossbow we have. Probably like he set on fire, like Andrew. Like he didn't. How is it covered in blood then? I don't get it. That's one discrepancy I don't get. How was it covered in blood? Because I thought. Wait, did I break my watch? Yes, I guess I did. Like, how do I say this? Like, Andrew was covered in blood because, like, he was the thing that, like, stabbed, that was shot through with the crossbow, you know, shot, you know, to kill the victim. Oh wait, maybe that's the case, but there was two different things, like, you know, like one flaming thing, like, punctured the balloon, and then, like, the Andrew was shot through the crossbow. And stabbed the guy, like, you know, on the crystal tower. Maybe that's what happened, perhaps. But how did he get back in the stage, though? That's the thing I'm wondering, though. Anyway, okay. Professor, did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like?
Taller than me and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and whiter than mine. Let me see. One less lens than me too. A monocle, a rather stylish black monocle.
Ooh, who's that? Do we know anyone like that? Odia Aspen. Okay, white hair. That's not him. That's not him. Taller and thinner. We don't know anyone like that yet. Wait. Maybe. Would it be Tuskbells? I don't think so. It won't be Miles Strongheart, at least not for now, if he's have any, like, corruption thing going on, but, you know. Alright. We don't know them yet. Maybe. I don't know, okay.
Let me see, one less lens monocle, red / black monocle. But one thing in particular will help to positively identify the man, you see? I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention.
What? He built the machine. Do we know this person?
That's right, Mr. Asman introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber.
Enoch Drebber! This name means something. Members of the jury seem flustered. Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. The man's an abomination.
Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either. What on earth is he?
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard of scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government's research grant money.
When magicians are in need of money, I've heard of them resorting to these underhand tactics. Some acquaintances of mine with experience of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before.
Okay.
The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you.
Ooh. What's he called Enoch though? Doesn't that mean like you got your dick chopped off or something? Right? No, I don't know. Anyway, Enoch Drebber. We'll see. I haven't heard that name though. Like haven't any of these names.
So it's true then. My invention, my great machine, was just...
Wait. It was just a grand illusion. Okay. Oh, so he wasn't actually complicit. He just got lied to. Okay, I thought he was like a mastermind behind the case type thing going on, but I guess not. It's like what we just heard about Mr. Drebber's character. I'm starting to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed it. I wanted to. I wanted to believe that that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted.
Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume.
I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick than a work of deception, then everything would work towards. All my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect.
So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built, and the name of Dr. Drebber. The true name of Dr. Drebber.
Never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
It's entirely possible that Mr. Aspen and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money. Fair. That's it. Yeah, fair.
When I announced my invention at the crowds onto the grass that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in exactly the way Drebber had described. When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening.
But the smoke was supposed to happen. It wasn't like because the machine was not malfunctioning. It was to trick people to think that... Yeah, okay. It was to mask what was actually happening and like not show like what was the fake disappearance.
But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore.
Okay.
Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
It's okay, bro. You're not evil, man. That's all that matters.
Remember that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks. Lord. The court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical.
Yes, Mr. Drebber.
Gather information about the man, if possible. I should like him served with a subpoena. With pleasure, my lord. Now, counsel, what for the defense?
Yes, my lord.
When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing, and one thing alone from you: evidence. The defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused.
I understand.
Good. In that case, the court is adjourned until tomorrow morning.
Boom. Okay, wait, we need to talk to Susato now. How the fuck are you here, bro?
Or sis, I guess. I don't care, bro. Everyone is bro, no matter the gender. Talk to me, man. What the hell? 23rd of October, 1:36 p.m. The Old Bailey Defense Chamber. Okay. I don't... Honestly, Hairbrain, move aside. I need to talk to Susato.
Mr. Naruto.
Yes?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did I ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
Okay. I want to scream, but I can't scream because I have neighbors.
Really have no idea, Professor. About what Mr. Drebber was really up to, I mean. Naturally. The machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis. All of my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it. Alright, in that case, I won't say anymore. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. Let me get my antennas. Well, thank you for doing so much for me. Yeah, no problem. That's my job. It's almost as if it's my job, you know. I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo. Arriving late? Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive. Postcard? What postcard? I hid it from you, Runo, so it would be a surprise. Ah, that's a surprise. Okay. Well, did it work? Yeah, but I mean... Okay. I was surprised, alright? Especially when she threw me to the ground. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it's sort of... It is, okay, your love language is grappling. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Maybe you could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future? This train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. Hey, Victoria, I actually know the station. I've been there. But to me, the coachman really whipped the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. It's fine, you saved us. I'm glad you didn't. Oh! Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm delighted to see you back in London. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. I hope I can continue to be of service to you. Of course. So, what's brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest? Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? You know, I've met one of my most special blends ever for these special occasions. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. Okay. So the sun was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. By the way, it's gonna say topic continued. Offie, if you're here, did you get the notification for this stream, and how did it look like? Like, was it like all blurred out and like you couldn't read anything, or... Because I put like a copy pasta funny thing, like, and I was laughing to myself when I was editing the notification name. I don't know, just like a fucking moron, just laughing at my own joke. But I don't know if it was actually, I don't know, it was actually funny or what. Anyway, or if it even displayed to begin with. Okay, let's go. Oh, are we gonna get our shit, or how is it called again? Wait, what's the name of this thing? Whatever. Okay. Oh. Oh, this room, it's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. It's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to say so familiar. I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you'd left it. But it has been some 6 months, it's true. So is your father alright, Susie? What happened? My father? Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason. That's right. So I was surprised to learn that you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy. Tell the truth, bro. I think I wrote about it in my letter to you, that it was all a trick. My father is fine in health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that. Well, we're all delighted to have you back. It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium. Ooh, International Forensic... That's the same symposium that Strongheart mentioned, yeah. Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound. All that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh, yeah, tell her about how you know the name of the Hounds of the Baskervilles. You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan. Yeah. Say everything. Every detail. Yes, of course I shall. And there's one other thing.
Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About you-know-who. About Kazuma.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
Okay, finally we get to expose the truth. Okay. Back in Britain.
When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd be never allowed to return to Britain. Curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial. Oh yes. For the murder of Giselle Brett.
Oh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Rano?
Yes, I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe.
I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you're just 10-year-old, Iris. This is kind of funny. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mrs. Sato. It's about the real reason why... Okay, so just someone ringed at our door. Okay. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter there was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodging. Ah, so it was about the Dresden. If I remember this name correctly. Yeah, there was Dresden. Something about Dresden. Like yeah, from that other case. Okay.
That's right.
The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. Oh yeah, is it related to Barak Van Zeeks? Or something? Or maybe not. Okay.
It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain.
Ooh.
Understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet.
What would it be then?
Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refused to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Yay! Okay.
Oh, Susie!
That's a very meaningful look Susato's giving Iris there. Yeah, let's tell her father died, please. It's been too long. We need to tell her, let her know that her father is actually dead. Please. Like, I don't know why you're keeping that info from her. Even though she's 10 years old, she deserves to know, you know? Those Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium too. I think it said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited.
Oh, nice!
It's something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensics medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say? Yeah, it was the judge you told. Yes.
Yes, His Excellency, Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten.
Yeah, you were defending yourself, bro. Literally, you were
a terrible trial of yours where you were accused of murder.
Yes, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Yeah, and this is the moment where the trial, where the victim was, you were accused of killing the person that now we know was Iris's father. Like, bro, please make the segue towards that, please.
But it was Judge Jigoku who presided over the trial.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life.
Oh, well, anyway, as Father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. It won't actually arrive until next month, but well, I couldn't wait.
Aww.
So I pleaded with him, and in the end he agreed to me going on ahead.
Okay, hold on. Just let me check something. There's like a ringing a second time. Never mind, it was nothing. There's an amusing picture of your family usually there, but you can erase your father from the picture. Yeah. Yes, at the symposium. Seems as though Strongheart has been... Actually, his father is pretty chill. He's just like, I guess, like, he's not evil. He's like a cool guy, but he's just withholding information. Probably because it has to do with top secret government, international, top secret bullshit, you know. Probably that's what I'm assuming, because like there's a lot of big players in like the overarching, like not meta, but like in the in the secret background thing that's probably gonna be like that's looming over this whole game for now, and that we're probably gonna expose to the light at the end of the game, most likely. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself.
And it's all alone, okay.
I think he is hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
The most senior position in the British justice system.
Ooh, he's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally then? I wonder. Interesting. I wonder who's the current Attorney General though. Because, like, there's a lot of problems with the British justice in this game. And, like, I know Lord Strongheart is a real one. I feel like he's a real homie. He's a real gangster. You know, like, not a gangster. You know, he wants to make the best. Like, he has the best in mind. You know, he wants to do good. And hopefully, you know, I thought he was gonna be like the main big evil antagonist at the end. But I think in the end he's actually just trying to do good. He's just like too busy to like give a fuck about anything except his like making shit right. And he told us how like he's disappointed in like the current system and shit, you know. So it means like probably has like, you know, well-meaning intentions, you know. So yeah, and I'm just wanna see who's maybe the Attorney General right now is like an evil person. Anyway, actually Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech about this very subject only yesterday. But I sort of lost the will to live early on. The will to live. I didn't really listen to much of it.
I'm trying for you.
Okay. Giselle Brett. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongfully accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Yeah, the father of Iris. Please segue towards that. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
Didn't exist? But how can that be? Oh, it was a fake name.
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin. And she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
Front? Who? Who on earth was she then?
Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services has been able to ascertain about her.
A. Shin. Asogi Shin. Maybe Asogi Shin. No, Kazuma Asogi. Maybe not. I don't know. Interesting. Asogi being the name of her dead, quote-unquote dead best friend. I guess, yeah, she was Japanese and she wasn't never really like an English woman after all. Interesting, but what would she want to kill? Maybe she was like a Japanese nationalist. Something of the sort.
Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the woman have been up to?
I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
Yeah, and she needed to kill fucking Dr. John H. Wilson.
And now she's been killed.
All the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
A. Shin. I don't know why it's like A. Shin.
Well, who on earth was she?
And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Did we now? Yeah, Shin, Asogi. I feel like the A is for Asogi. And that's why it sounds familiar, because it's like the brother or the cousin, the sister or the cousin of Kazuma. Yeah.
After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
Yeah, he was based. His reason for killing her is based. Okay. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know but that the guy never made it to England and that he died on the steamship. And that he'll never... Yeah, and then he got, suplexed.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
Oh yeah, oh right, nobody is fucking aware that he died. Or like, allegedly died in Japan. Like, nobody knows about this. And maybe it's on purpose. Like, we're being, like, manipulated from the get-go. You know? And what did you learn?
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been Aladdin at the port of Hong Kong and passed to the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been.
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It just disappeared.
What? Kazuma's body vanished? Yeah, well, there we go, finally. Okay.
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikotoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
I just don't believe it. And what is this article feeling, what is acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? Yeah, he's obviously the, okay, we know. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Buria were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? Could it be that he's actually still... Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo! It's too much to bear! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
Ah, you're right. If Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. Oh, that's why. Ah, okay. Sholmes was in on it. Ah, it makes sense. Okay, right. That's why he's always like the moment we start touching the subject, he's like, yeah, let's stop talking about that. You know, like he moves on, he dodges, like, you know, swiftly away from the subject. Okay, interesting.
There's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing.
I suppose that's true. Yes, no, we know why. Yeah.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
Oh, Mrs. Sato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Sada-san we're talking about after all, so I probably shouldn't push now. Yeah. You're truing right now. Is Iris here? Yeah. Your father is dead. Can we please tell you that?
It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it the Hounds of the Baskervilles.
But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it. He put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Tell us. I'm actually intrigued that, like, how...
And you wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it. Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time.
Finally! Okay.
Oh! I'm only sorry that I've kept it from you for so long, Iris.
Yes, I knew that selecting her was the great idea to progress the plot. Okay. Ooh, I like the theme. It's new, I think. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study, and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. It was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read,
The Hound of the Baskervilles. What? My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing?
Oh, Father.
Did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Do you understand?
Okay. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan?
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed. Then it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits.
Ah, then it has all the like crazy shit inside of it. Maybe that, yeah, isn't it the Dresden Files? I call it the Dresden Files. Speechless. I didn't expect that explanation, to be honest.
When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions. There was no sign of the big box in his office.
It's like completely like she's like frozen to place, petrified.
That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
Did you really have to withhold that? Like though, like it feels like it was a bit unnecessary to like you didn't have any knife to your throat to prevent you from talking about it. But anyway, it's fine.
Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
All right.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are.
I almost thought she was gonna. I've committed every crime in detail.
I've committed every detail about...
Wait, I've committed every detail
about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
You're fully abreast of the situation already, Mrs. Sato. I expected nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate Mr. Dreba. Mention you're responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts, by the sound of it. Well known in the fields of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Well, yes. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man. But it's probably the prosecution's job to arrest him.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective.
We're supposed to guess who she might be thinking of. We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, don't you?
Okay. Okay. That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb markets must be strong. Let me examine. Oh, finally we can talk about the spade or the shovel. Thinking back, that spade's been here since we first moved in, hasn't it?
I'm sure I've told you before, Mr. Naruhodo. It's not a spade, it's a shovel.
No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping loose material. It's a spade.
No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
It's a great spade shovel. This great spade shovel war rages on. Yes.
Oh, I'm looking so forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Which you'd think I wouldn't like, given that I'm not keen on bitter flavors. But it is Sato's honest tea. And it's amazing what a little cake or something on the side can do.
I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweet alongside your matcha green...
Matcha?
Okay, green tea. But I suppose it's simply not possible given how long we've been staying here in London.
Well, I do like the little chocolates you put with my tea. They go wonderfully.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you?
It gives me a warm glow inside for some reason. Okay.
You have water gently boiling on the stove, I see.
Feels wrong somehow if I can hear the water bubbling away. And we have plenty of logs. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas.
It's important to open the window for fresh air when the fire's burning, though. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It could be a matter of life and death.
Avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death too, if you ask me.
Oh well, perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm you up later.
Okay, what about the...
Monsieur Daruma.
Daruma, that was the name of it.
Monsieur Daruma has only one eye filled in.
Well, we agreed that it's something we do together, didn't we? You could do it right now if you like. I'd be happy with that.
I really like the anticipation, I think, Mr. Naruto.
Okay. The messy desk. You see, I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers as always.
You really must tidy up all up. You really must tidy it all up, Mr. Naruto. No more excuses.
Mr. Sato, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I'd like to leave them as they are so I never forget how lucky I am to have such a varied experiences.
In that case,
you should definitely have a thorough tidy.
Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that job renewed.
Still can beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. Alright, well, what was it? Let's examine this. Your room there, through the here, should be exactly as you left it. I've still never been inside. I've never been invited.
Of course not. Only Iris is allowed in my room.
So that'll be hearing you two giggling away in there again then.
I'm so pleased to see all our sea creatures doing so well in the aquarium.
Yes, the prawns are still swimming and the anemones are still swaying. Obviously, I've been looking after them carefully. At first, I used to drool whenever I looked at those juicy prawns, but not anymore. They're like part of the family now.
I don't suppose they'll ever know
how close they were to meeting their meeting the maker. Okay, let's go. No more stalling. Wait, no, actually, more stalling. A little bit of more stalling. Let me show you my armband.
You're still taking good care of that armband, MC. I'm so pleased.
Well, yes, it feels like I wouldn't be me without it, to be honest.
Oh dear, there seems to be a thread coming loose just there. Look. I'd be too happy to mend it for you, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, thank you. I must have scripted against something again. I'm always doing that.
Then take better care of it, please.
It was all going so well until I read it. Okay. Yeah, the rest is whatever. I only like presenting my badge. So, we even have any business that would require a visit there just at the moment. Okay, we cannot go to Zeke's. Shulm suit. Let's see if Shulm's there. Nope, he's not here, and Iris is at the herbal shop, like herbal market. Is Mr. Strongard here? Oh shit, he. That very much looks like the person I'm looking for. Interesting. Haha, okay. Oh, who's that standing besides Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
The young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Oh! You mean because of Professor Harebrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's Great Exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrabbling to respond. Lord Van Zix is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause you any trouble.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in.
See, that's why he's a good guy. He knows responsibility. He won't blame us or something. No, he doesn't care about appearance. He cares about it, but it's the truth that matters overall, you know, and justice.
A special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensics investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap of metal in no time.
It's scrap metal now, is it? Who's this person?
Till later then,
Lord Strongheart.
Yes, thank you.
I feel like that's our killer. She just got identified as a man instead of a woman. By our Defendant. Who was that?
It was Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner.
Oh, that's her. Yeah, I knew like having the name of the coroner would be of like interest. I don't know. Courtney Scythe. Yeah, okay. I recognize the name from the coroner. Okay. I remember that little detail.
That's Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's okay, no, that's not his voice. She's leading the forensic investigation. Team's law. Oh my god.
She's. Oh my god.
She's leading the forensic investigation to team's handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Aspen.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Oh, right. Oh, cool. I made progress without even knowing I'm gonna make progress.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
He's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. Okay. Let's talk. Let's talk, my guy. I wanted to just check because we got new text. Because now it's Susato. A lovely little office. What wonderful memories I have from this place. Oh, Mr. Shamsud is just as it was when I left. Are you sure we've asked everything we need to Mr. Naruto? Do you know I don't believe we visited this place for some time. Okay, we haven't been there yet, have we? I'm rather excited about it. We haven't been there here yet, have we? Okay. I just wanted to see what she had to say. Flavor text. Okay, forensics investigation team. What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. And I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago? Yeah, he's locked in. This guy is locked in. He wants the good for everyone. You know, he's the type of leader I would like to be, you know? Anyway.
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division.
Literally, he's going to the throat of the leaders. That's how you know he's based.
And once it happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
What do you mean?
For too long, these scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. The blood and scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell.
Based.
I intend to see it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future.
Look at those eyes. He means every word, yeah.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When officially established the forensics division at Scotland Yard. She will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotoba, I mean. Yeah.
It was many years ago now, yes. I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well.
Right. Okay, probably because he's a forensics guy and he's trying to do the forensics shit. Yeah.
My memory serves. It was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born. So yes, 16 years ago in fact.
Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly.
Hey.
Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
You kinda did, but that's true, that's fair. He's like... We know Naruhodo is like a spineless coward, the scaredy cat. But he has a good heart, and that's what matters. I didn't think that you were.
Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinus, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
And Dr. Sight knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so that their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it?
And a long enough time to be meddling with top secret shit, you know?
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years. Holy shit.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Why? Deadbeat mode? Uchiga type shit? Well, at least something was going on at the time. Okay. And Lord Van Zeeks. Let's talk about our man. I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. I heard about his older brother was killed some years ago. By a mass murderer known as a professor, who targeted nobles and royalty, is that right?
The Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
What? Why?
You could assume it. Come on. When his brother Clint Van Zeeks was murdered, it was just after young Barak had graduated from the University of London and become a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in courts started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Barak Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word!
So Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother.
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
Interesting. Oh yes, Lord Strongheart.
Go ahead.
It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible.
Are you well versed in science then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently.
Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being unrolled. Within a few hours, Dr. Sight's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage as long as you touch nothing.
Thank you. Yay! Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see too.
Yes.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
Alright. I wonder why he was late last time, knowing like he was such a pointillous about time and stuff, you know, usually. What happened for him to be late that other time we met him? I wonder, maybe it was, we're gonna get an explanation later on. I'm gonna keep that in a little window of my mind.
We're extremely sorry to have troubled you when you are so busy, my lord.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand?
Yep, and he's gone. I love the beginning of the beat. But I feel like this could be great for like a build-up. Like he starts with the... And then you know, it creates a beat from there, you know? And then like, you know, oh my god, everything is unfolding like clockwork. Oh my god, you know? Anyway, I'm being a bit dramatic, you know, as usual. Whoa! Okay, bro. 23rd of October, local prison, cell 11. At least he's keeping himself busy, that's good. What's he doing? He's... Oh my! The whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations. And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Who is this young lady? Oh, right, he doesn't know her, right?
My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Bro's going crazy here, yeah.
Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner!
None of this would have happened. No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all.
Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning.
Oh no, no. The whole thing, this whole miserable affair, it all happened because I've been such a complete utter clot. Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell? Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe? No, actually, this is my autobiography. Your autobiography? Oh, I was diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain. If only I can represent my odd fortunes, but only with odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations.
I'm having such a hard time.
Really? I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see?
But the guy is dead, though.
This is going to be a very new series of publications for next month. Part 1 of An Odd Birth, An Odd Upbringing. Okay.
You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure.
I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case? Oh yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was fiddled, by a pair of them, by Asman and that aloof engineer Jabba.
We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Okay. Let me go take a piss.
Oh yeah, I remember something. Have you finished Silk Song?
By the way, because I remember, like, you know, we had the deal was, you know, you finish Silk Song and then, you know, and then I will play Silk Song only after you finished. Have you finished it? I mean, to be honest, you have a lot of time. Like, knowing this game, like, it's gonna be, we're gonna be here, like, probably still a week, even probably a week. Let me think about it. Probably like 1.5 weeks on this game still, and then have Hollow Knight to beat. I'm gonna do one thing. Hollow Knight, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try doing 0 deaths first try. Like, I have to not die. I've heard people say this is a hard game, but I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm good at video games, allegedly. I'm gonna try to do like 0 deaths, like from the get-go. I don't know, but maybe it's gonna be cool. And then send for Silk Song. But yeah, Converse. This morning's trial.
Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even. I'm sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way.
No, it's not your fault. Wait.
It's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something.
Oh?
If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you're still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you were aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. He believed in me this morning, you know. Barak did. He believed in my hypothesis.
Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case. Yeah.
No, Barak wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it. Did he? I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean.
Yeah, why?
After a terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore.
Also, just let me check something. Boom. There we go. And boom, there we go.
After a terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even.
I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there.
So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barrack, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete utter nonsense. And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor. Exactly, which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barrack insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he...
Ooh. I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul. But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
What about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? Yeah, bro, I guess it kind of doesn't make sense. Mr. Aspen.
Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
I'm sorry to say, that does seem likely, yeah.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I had with him, and he said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. So he was so enthused. He was so empathetic.
In reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it. This machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. The skill of it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but can't afford it. Many of us take on very legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only be taken for a complete fool is too rotten to believe.
It is, I agree. That's why you have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Aspen is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer.
Mr. Enoch Jabba.
Yeah. Drebber the engineer. That does not rhyme. Is he an engineer, a magician, or a swindler?
It was about a year ago when Mr. Aspen first brought Jabba to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the Kinesis machine.
But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist.
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in the conversation.
I see. But he uses that for evil!
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there more clues? Are there no more clues you can give us on his whereabouts?
Oh, also, yeah, never mind. It's not the coroner. Earlier today, you maybe confused the man and woman, but no, he couldn't have because he actually knew the man. Actually, anyway, never mind. I'm sorry. We've only ever discussed the Kinesis machine, nothing else.
Although just once, I did visit his workshop.
What workshop?
Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory where he constructed my great machine.
Probably looking at you.
Why didn't you mention this before?
It's like Drebber's workshop.
There's every chance you might find a man there.
Yeah. So you've been to Drebber's place for work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place, plenty of room to construct the Kinesis machine, you see. Where can you find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there. Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry.
I was more than half expecting that.
You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then. The place was incredible, the pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best, a special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. The indescribable scent of the imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget their secrets formula and use that instead.
He's a base oil smell truther. Okay. Because I don't know, oil smells very good sometimes.
What do you think, Mr. Sato?
Or the machine for your next birthday.
I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naoto, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. Don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor? You don't have a business card from Mr. Jabber, for example?
I'm clearly very cautious, Mr. Sato.
Aha! Yes, I do! You gave me his business card once. It's right here! Look! What? Let me see that!
Throw etiquette to the wind, won't you? Why don't you?
Enoch Treba, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address.
No? Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Yeah, let's analyze this. There's probably like a symbol or a mark on it that tells us a lot more than we initially think. Examine. Ooh, there we go, there's a stain. There's dark smudge here.
I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Yes, possibly. Professor Harebrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Jabber uses, didn't he? It was specially imported, very high quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain.
Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume, so excuse me for a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all.
Don't worry, I expect that's just... Wait, oops. Except it's just there's... Okay, never mind. Smear of machine oil, okay. What are the symbols here though? Minus and plus. Okay. Okay. Let me present you something. Let me show you a screwdriver. Professor, do you recognize this?
Oh, it's Andrew! My faithful friend! Oh, how have you been? Are you alright? Nobody's mistreated you, have they?
Don't worry, he's being very well looked after.
I always rub him with machinol until he's gleaming.
Right.
And then when I come to tighten a screw with him, he slips in my hand and I can't do it. It's an age-old problem faced with driver files the world over, isn't it?
I really wouldn't know, I'm afraid. Okay. Do you know anything about this crossbow? Never mind. Okay. Okay, let's move. So, experimentation stage.
Oh, Gina playing with a dog. I had no idea there were so many people. Oh, you don't. Oh my God! Susato is not aware yet that she became that Gina is a detective now.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Oh, yeah, hold on. This is gonna be awesome.
I had no idea there's so many people in the world.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds at this point.
That's it. I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest. Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruto.
There you are. I had a feeling you would be showing your mugs before long.
Oh no, okay, it's him.
Oh, Inspector Gregson, I see you're hard at work as usual.
Well, I'm getting to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we last met.
What's with all this ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning.
Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman, so you'll lie at your side.
Oh. Well, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. Yeah, he is. I like this guy. As you've probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene once some more.
Right. Well, that's a young stranger's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina.
Seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving... What? Giving traditional English greeting. Okay.
Gina, she's a police officer now. Amazing, isn't it?
She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place anyway. She's got a detection bug, if you ask me. Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely.
What do you mean?
I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodle-doo to London.
Oh no, really? That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted in? We'll come to see how you're getting along.
Not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is.
France? To my place? Oh, I mean, I'll be able to see you, okay, I guess. Alright. To France?
We work in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up beyond my alley.
But France, it's an entirely different country, I don't understand. Why would you be sent there?
That's the way the adult work, sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted.
I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be like doing extra investigation on behalf of like Secret Service. You know, like on the secret case, going overarching secret case thing. And he's been sent there by Strongheart to do like some special investigation thing.
I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go.
What? You're taking Gina to Paris?
I can leave her in London. Who knows what become of her?
So she's worried she'd slip back to slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses. Yeah.
I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruto. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. Okay. Geez, so that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it?
Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina. So don't go blabbing, you hear me?
No, of course not. Gonna keep that diver. Yeah, that's a cool name.
I gotta keep that diver safe and sound, till that is over at least.
Till that is over. Yeah, because it's like a time-limited thing. Again, I think he's gonna come back. Because he's gonna do special investigation. Okay.
Oi, did you call me a blooming diving diver again?
So you heard that, did ya? Right, well, all questions about the scene, you can put them to my capable detective Diva here.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, the boss. Yeah, say hi to Sato. Inspector Lestrange is in charge here now.
So I'd better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris.
So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you?
Aw,
he's so adorable. Isn't he great? Toby's his name. Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
Yeah, I bet he's called Toby because Gregson's first name is Tobias. So she gave him like Toby's. She called him Toby like to take the piss out of Gregson.
Yeah, doggo.
Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind to be. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Gina, we're actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'm going to be playing with my new friend, yeah?
Yes, Toby.
Oh.
I should anyway.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind. Sorry, you can go up there, Suze. Oh! It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The Special
Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one. That's why only them not allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic or something?
Forensic Investigation Team. Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one. Yeah.
Isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted?
I think so. I don't really get it. Just the idea. We're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something.
Strongheart.
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps? That's the one, yeah. Apparently he's always watching the time or something.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, We've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Hey, you what? You've met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him. You waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniveling.
Tragic.
Oh!
I told you, I just told you. He's been like specially appointed to the secret mission by Lord Strongheart. And that's why he was sniveling, because he didn't actually want to leave England. And he had to go to the secret mission to France. Because he just got appointed. You know, and like got a giant ass fucking brief of like hours. Oh my god, I'm so smart, I uncovered everything already, in advance. Okay.
Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we touch nothing. Oh yeah!
No, that's not how it works. Honestly. No, honestly.
Alright then, go ahead. And if it turns out yes, you're lying, I'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So you're still saying this is all about the boat, yeah? Are ya?
I'm sure everything will be fine. It really would be tragic.
Alright then, them's the stairs, off ya go. Oh, thank you, Gina.
Okay. I'm gonna stop here. Because then I'm gonna investigate, and I just wanna, when I come back to this, I wanna remember like what was it that I was supposed to remember and to do, you know? But yeah, yeah, okay, let me save. Boom, save. Boom. And boom. What's that then? Yeah. So thanks for watching, and